While it may seem like everybody wants a theory of everything, there are multiple reasons why people do not actually want a theory of everything as soon as a worthy contender is in front of them. And that's because it steps on a lot of toes. It does this in two ways. For one, it allows you to field jump. Field jumping is when you observe a pattern in a fundamental theory and you can apply it to instances and concepts that are found in our subjective fields like biology and chemistry and physics and sociology. If you have no credentials in any of these fields and you come in and start doing this, if you make a lot of sense, more sense than they are expecting, then not only will they ignore you, they are likely to be hostile to you. And what's interesting is that every single person who has made significant progress towards a fundamental theory has had this exact same experience as me. When I first started discussing my work in this project, I was trying to discuss it with people with degrees in physics and mathematics, because I wanted to learn from them. What I did not expect was the hostility that would come my way. I was promptly banned from every physics Discord that I tried to engage with. And this was not because I was obnoxious. It was because I made too much sense. I realize that that sounds crazy, but that was the exact reason that was given to justify banning me from one of the physics Discord communities that I had joined. When you are in this position, where you've proposed a theory of everything, whether you have a PhD or not, but especially if you do not, you also understand why this hostility is taking place. The methodology that you have to use and develop in order to describe a fundamental theory is so alien to academia that most will dismiss it as pseudoscience. If your theory appears to be consistent with many things that we currently do understand in science, the existence of your theory appears to them to invalidate their expertise and all the efforts and resources that they put into getting there. So I understand why they're pissed, but it doesn't actually invalidate anyone's expertise. The specialized fields and the currently accepted theories within those fields are necessary to validate and confirm the patterns that are being proposed in any theory of everything. Even though someone with no credentials coming from the outside, being able to do things that are unexplainable to those with insider credentials might make them feel like morons. They're not morons. You cannot solve many of these problems by looking at them from the inside out. You can only solve some of these issues by looking at them from the outside in. This is why many of our greatest mysteries in science have remained great mysteries. From within a system, it is incredibly difficult and sometimes impossible to know whether or not you are asking the wrong question. The reason for this is that in order to know whether or not you are asking the right question, you need context. And certain questions in science require total context in order to be understood. Questions involving free will versus determinism, unifying quantum mechanics and general relativity, the origins of life, the generation of the universe. Maybe there is no answer to how a universe comes from nothing, because a universe can't come from nothing. Maybe there is no answer to the question of how did life begin, because life had no beginning. Maybe you can't answer whether we have free will or whether the universe is deterministic, because determinism and free will are actually dependent concepts instead of mutually exclusive concepts. What if we can't build artificial general intelligence because that which is intelligent is that which is natural, and that which is artificial cannot be intelligent? Maybe you can't explain gravity from inside the universe because it's coming from outside the universe. To even know whether or not these questions are the right questions is the context that is caused by understanding the system in its totality, viewing the system as a whole, a God's eye view. The toe stepping does not stop there though, guys. Even worse than stepping on the toes of academia is that a fundamental theory has the potential to step on the toes of every individual in the world. And the reason for this is, like I said, it is not just a theory of physics. In fact, it's not just a theory that encapsulates what we currently call the hard sciences. It is a theory that contextualizes even the things that we consider the soft sciences, the social sciences. The answers to these questions are usually assumed to be nothing more than personal choice that is a matter of preference. But if these questions have concrete answers, it means that our questions regarding morality, individual responsibilities, collective responsibilities, and meaning, and economics, and nationality, and many of these other social structures have real answers and are much more concrete than is currently assumed in common culture. And while these patterns can give us direction, if this is true, it is bound to step on everyone's toes. And the reason for this is simple. No one likes being told what to do.